So here I am once again. I just did a Facebook Live, but somehow technique left me, abandoned me, and it didn't record it at all and was stuck somehow. So here I am again, doing this again. Well, there's nothing as good as practice. So welcome. If you have watched my first two live videos of my daily Monday to Friday videos for the whole month of January, then you might have seen me talking about lemon water and then magnesium, all related of course to headache and migraine relief. And today I want to talk about something a bit different but still important. And for the ones of you who don't know me, I'm Martina. I'm a migraine and headache expert in that I have really been able to free myself from almost weekly or bi-weekly migraines and headaches through some food and lifestyle changes. And that's my mission, really, to help you as well to get rid of those pains, because they are a nuisance. They can impact your life so much and make it miserable. So I hope you can also find relief with these methods that I want to share with you. So today I want to talk about the food mood diary, and that is really a way to put down every day, like to record every day in a journal, like for example this one, what you have eaten, when you have eaten, what you have drunk, consumed, where you were, what you did, how you felt before eating, afterwards, how were your hunger feelings, when did you get hungry, also how did you sleep, how long did you sleep, how did you wake up, in what mood did you feel hungry when you woke up. All those things, they're really like little puzzle stones, and together they will give you a picture on why do you actually get migraines or chronic headaches? What is the reason? What is the trigger? Yeah, we hear again and again that there is certain foods that trigger those attacks, and that is true. For some it really is very direct, but I also believe that you have those reactions to certain foods because your gut, your digestive system might not be at its best, and it might be impacted by malfunctions. So, and I guess it's worth to try that out. I mean, I'm not saying if you can't drink red wine it is really bad and you know your life will be horrible because you can't do that. You can live with that, but I think it's always good to see that our body is at its best, in balance, all the functions are really working as they should, and then we are also, I think better armed as we grow older. There's more things coming our way, so I think it's always good to have a look and balance everything out as much as we can, because a lot of it is in our control. But enough of this, like back to the diary. So it's called Food Mood Diary because there is a really, really strong connection between how we feel and what we eat, because there's a thing like cravings, as you might know. I know very well about my cravings. And there's also the fact that sometimes you feel a certain way and then you eat something, and then that food as well creates some different feelings. So your emotions, your mood might be worse, or you might get nervous, or you might get really tired. I mean, all of that also plays in. So there's the physical symptoms and there is the more emotional symptoms, and they play so much together. So that's something that's important to track in the diary also, and that's something people are not so much used to talk about. Me, yes, now, because as a health coach, that's what I talk about as well. But before I did this as a profession, it was unusual, and that is elimination, basically poop. So because that's so important, that of course when you put things in your body, you want to also make sure your detoxification pathways are clean and your elimination is working. And for most people that is going much too slow. Normally we should be able to go to the toilet for 2 to 3 times a day. If it's 1 time a day, you're still okay, but if it's less than once every day, then there is some imbalance. So it's good to look at that. So that's good to put into the journal as well, into the diary. And as much detail as possible, because when you look back, you can really track it. And the changes that I told you about to make with lemon water and maybe taking magnesium on a regular basis, those are really small changes, and I think they're quite easy to implement. But of course, you will have changes through that, not immediately, but with magnesium you could actually have quite quickly changes, but with lemon water it might be a bit longer and small, and maybe if you don't change anything else in your diet, then you might not have that much impact there. But it all helps all together, it forms that puzzle of health. So I started with those because it's easier for you, and when you now start also with a diary to really make a report on everything, then when I introduce the next changes tomorrow, which are the biggest ones that really made the biggest impact for me, then it will be really useful, because yeah, tomorrow's is not an easy one for most of us. It was quite tough for me as well at the start, and it needs some help along the way, and I think a diary can help on one side, and then I will provide other resources that will help you with that. If you're committed to make this year the one where you finally feel better, get rid of your pain, your migraines and headaches, or at least get them less frequently, get them less for a less long time, so shorter, and that would be really my aim, to help you in that. So it would make me happy to hear that you feel better. So oh yeah, and in the title of this video I have put the link to a free downloadable for you, where I have made an example of a food mood journal or diary, so you can see what you should look out for, what you should take note of, and some other tips. So you can download that and then either print out more pages like that, or get yourself a nice journal and have it with you and write down. Oh, two other things. It's good to do this at least for 3 weeks. I would say even ongoing, but if you at least for 3 weeks try to do every day your journaling, then you have a clearer picture of what your blueprint is, because that's what it's all about, that we're all bio-individuals, we're all different, and what works for you might not work for somebody else, or vice versa. So that's why we're looking at exactly what's happening with your body and your emotions. And so 3 weeks at least. If you have a migraine once a month, I know some people where that happens, then try and do it longer, because you want to maybe at least do 2 months to see what's the pattern here. And maybe put yourself a timer, lunchtime, in the morning, lunchtime, and in the evening, to take 5 minutes each time to write down what happened, what you ate, and how you felt, because we keep forgetting that there's life happening, so we forget did I feel this morning. So make sure to do that, because it really is a big one of those life changers. Together it forms a puzzle. So happy puzzling, and tomorrow I will be back with this one big tip. Okay, thank you. Bye.